What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another video. Still waiting to get my car back. If you don't know what car I'm talking about, I do have a 1996 240SX. I did a motor build on it. I have a whole build series, I guess, on it. It's at the shop. There's an update video about why I don't have it back yet. If you want to go check that out, go check that out. And since I'm waiting to get the car back, I'm trying to make some videos for you guys because I'm trying to stay on track with this whole at least one a week thing. May or may not have missed a week or two back there, but it's toolbox tour time. So let's get cracking with this. To start off with this toolbox tour, I am not a mechanic. I do kind of play one on YouTube, but I guess like a bullshit one. But this is my toolbox. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to draw this out and it start to get boring. So let's get right into it. This isn't supposed to be like a, wow, look at my toolbox. This is like, look what I've used that I built my own motor in my garage and do that I do all my car work on using these tools. And some of them you don't even need because I used to have this, I don't even have it anymore. It's in the back of my 240, that isn't here. I had this toolkit that I probably did about 90% of the work on my old Subaru using that. So you don't even need an extent of this. Like there's some like specialty tools in here that you may need like when it comes to like building a motor, but a couple things like this isn't even in the toolbox, but this is like to compress the piston rings before you drop the pistons in. And this is a valve spring compressor, which you may or may not need if you're not doing head work. So like I said, some of them are a little bit specialty, but most of them you don't really need. And let's get to it. That other kit I want to say is maybe about like $100 kit that I bought off Amazon, I think, and it has just about everything you need just to do like a regular car repair. I've changed coilovers using only that kit, so I mean it's not bad. It's a good idea to get something. You might want to have some sort of a toolbox, especially if you have like a 90s ship box like me or a couple of my friends. I guess you always want to have tools on you, so you try to keep like your better tools here, I guess, and then your crappier tools in a place where you don't care as much. I don't know if that makes sense. So let's hop into it. Let's check out the tools. This is my Milwaukee toolbox. Instagram, if you want to go follow me, do that. 48-inch, I think. Custom paint splatter all over it. Let's get into it. It has a power port on this side for charging stuff, and those are the things that I have charging. Let's open up the top. Random stickers, possibly a mod. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet for my car. This is a 12-volt kit from Milwaukee. Obviously, this is a ratchet, a light, impact driver, drill. They come in handy. That ratchet and the impact driver has come in very handy for me. I do have the 18-volt version of the drill and the impact driver, but a couple lights, headlamp, other lights that this light is awesome. Can't really look at it or else you go blind. Cheap Harbor Freight Allen T-handle Allen key set. Works. Hopefully quick enough at that section. We're gonna move along. Before we go into the drawers, I did buy, when I first got this whole set, I was in dire need of tools. So I bought like a whole Craftsman socket set, sockets, wrenches and stuff. I forget how many pieces it was. It was a lot of pieces, like almost like 400 pieces, possibly, give or take. So that's most of the tools there, and then there's like some sprinkled in Harbor Freight stuff, and I believe like a couple snap-on things, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just go through it quick. I have a wider lens, so this is the socket drawer. This is all metric. This is all like car stuff. So this wrench and that wrench is actually like the new Harbor Freight stuff. Harbor Freight has this new, supposedly like professional series stuff called Icon. So Harbor Freight, if you're watching, you can send me a toolbox. I could review that for you in this professional-ish garage. Getting back to it, it's random stuff. I try to keep more 3/8 stuff than anything else because I tend to use that the most. All the sockets, this one missing is not a 10mm. So I guess Instagram isn't always right. I don't know. Bunch of extensions. This is 1/4 inch stuff, some 1/2 inch stuff, 3/8 stuff. This I needed for like one thing on the car, so I bought the whole set and actually used it one more time. Axles, this was for the pulley on the front of the engine, some swivels. Moving on. Wrenches. These are all Craftsman. This is Harbor Freight stuff. That's all Craftsman, Harbor Freight, and this is Blue Point. My friend told me, I believe it's like a more affordable Snap-on, I think. I forget what they are, but kbtools.org. Check them out. They got a lot of like used stuff, so figure I could go wrong with that. Next draw. This is all my, I guess it's standard size, SAE, America sizes. Same shit, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8, spare 1/2 inch, Harbor Freight. Move along. This draw, still have the sticker on it. It's basically kind of like electronic stuff. A little messy. Put this tray in recently just to clean it all up. Radar detector, dash cam, which I probably should install one, if not both of those, on one of my cars. I don't know which one yet. Random extra stuff, connectors, yeah. We'll move on to these smaller draws. I don't know, just look, there's knives. This is for my lug nuts on the car. I kind of keep that off to the side because it's easier to find it all set up. Don't remember what that's for. O2 sensor. These were wheel locks, I think. This one, I don't even know. This one was definitely a wheel lock for a car I don't have anymore. Sharpies, stuff, tape. Screwdrivers and chisels. Once again, Craftsman. I need to buy a new screwdriver set because that. Sometimes you just grab the closest thing you use as a pry bar, and screwdrivers aren't a pry bar. This drawer is a mess. All Allen keys and socket Allen key things and drivers and stuff. It's a mess. This next drawer is kind of like a random stuff drawer, I guess. I think everyone has one, but this one isn't as horribly random. I don't know. It's pretty random. Heat gun, tape measure, stud finder for the house, torpedo level, ruler, shackles, random stuff. Oh, this is a clip tool. Pop clips for the car. Comes in handy. That was this top section right here of the box. I guess we'll move down to the big drawer. Bunch of stuff. This is breaker bars. A couple of them are like, I didn't buy all of these. I think my dad gave me this one and maybe this one, and this one I found in the basement of the house. This one bought. Pry bars, some files, which I actually found all these in the house. Random ass wrenches, random ass sockets, a crappy Harbor Freight ratchet, rubber mallet. These are actually carbon fiber pieces for the bottom of my wing on my car, which don't really fit. Torque wrench. Extra. Obviously this little mat is horrible, but hammers and then all pliers. Pretty self-explanatory. This is like another random shit drawer. Obviously I've never used this. The little the seal puller. Got some wire wheels under there. This is a puller thing. Clutch alignment tool. This thing has come in handy like crazy. This is, I actually bought this on Black Friday at Home Depot. Pick yourself up one of these, it's coming very handy. This is shitty, don't buy this. No. Snap ring pliers, brake line tool, torch. This is a spring compressor. If you're doing, changing the springs in your car, or you need to replace your springs or struts or whatever. This is a timing gun. This is not mine. And moving on. So the random power tool draw. So this is the other piece from that 12 volt kit. Goes with those. It was a 5-piece kit. It was comes in handy. This thing is very handy. It's a little hacksaw, like a sawzall but smaller. The buffer polisher thing, Harbor Freight, pretty good. Polisher, hand sander, heat gun, grinder. The wall 20 volt circular saw comes in very handy. Very quick. And moving on to the side of the, right there. Some adjustable Harbor Freight adjustables, and I don't know where I got those. Old spark plugs, which I'm just keeping just in case. Tap, center punches. I think these are for setting the screws, like a finish nail and stuff, wood. These are easy outs. I actually used this in one of the videos. I snapped the stud in the head of my motor and I had to remove it. Use that. This actually, look at it, the way it's threaded, as you loosen, it actually grips in tighter. So you'd like drill a hole first, then you stick that, and then as you loosen it, it actually grips it tighter and loosens it. Very awesome tool. If you don't have one, it's a lifesaver. Next draw. This is kind of a pointless draw also of just like random stuff. These blades, you can never have too many of these blades for your razor because extra exhaust hanger, body, these are interior panel pullers, spanner wrenches for your coilovers. Make sure you have those. Don't use a screwdriver, you completely destroy them like the previous owner did to mine, and then I had to unseize them somehow and it was a pain in the ass. It worked. Gasket maker, random stuff. This is all stuff for the power tools that are in that drawer and some in the drawer under this. Grinder wheel, sawzall blades, drill bits, safety glasses. Can't be too safe. Wear your safety glasses. But not least, this is like the power tool drawer. That's not gonna wanna stay open. Impact driver, drill, impact gun. And then this is for the tire changes. This is a Harbor Freight. I've actually heard good things about this earthquake company, so it's probably just all Harbor Freight, but heard some good things about it. Decided to go with it. And we'll see how it works out. And then there's just some random measurement devices that probably don't actually work, but I got it anyway. And pretty good on the toolbox. Trying to think what else to show you guys. Oh, we have a compressor. This was bought from Lowe's. I have that. One of my favorite tools on here is the air gun. I'll show you the jack and jack stands. This pair of blue ones. The Harbor Freights. They work. They do their job. These Harbor Freight, which this jack is actually a review on the YouTubes of this jack, and it was on like the top 5 list of things to buy from Harbor Freight that are actually good. And I have 0 complaints about that. The jack has not failed me once, and it is affordable, I guess. I think it was like 200 bucks, 300 bucks maybe. But that jack is a beast. So that was a tour of my toolbox. I tried to keep it short and sweet. I didn't want to drag it out too much, show you every individual thing because everyone knows what the hell a socket looks like and whatnot. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description, and I could maybe do a more thorough description on something, but I figure anyone that's really watching a toolbox review already knows about tools, so they don't really need a thorough description. The one thing I think I didn't really show is that that blue box in the one drawer. I said they were snap spring pliers, so these are cheap Harbor Freight versions of it. The other ones are better. So once again, if you have any questions about any of the tools here, just let me know, I guess. We could talk about it. That's really it. I don't know. See you on the next one, I guess. Stay tuned. My 240 is gonna get tuned soon-ish. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Then we'll have the car back. It'll be fun. So whatever. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for joining me, and peace out.